Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts today. Actually, it's three if we count the one we're going to do at 9 o'clock for our the folks that are using Max GPT. What a weekend! What a weekend! My email box filled up this morning with messages from people that either attended or that wanted to attend but had a problem registering. And so, for those of you that had a problem registering, try it again. You're going to be able to watch all of the recorded videos, so you're not missing a thing. You know, it has never been easier, ever. 29 years I've been teaching direct sellers and network marketers how to build a business. And with what is going on LinkedIn, it is easier, faster than ever before. Anybody that's on LinkedIn, like pulling your hand into a pool of candy. Now, for years, LinkedIn has helped everyone break through and overcome the greatest obstacle facing every affiliate marketer and every network marketer: not having qualified prospects to talk to. This weekend, we talked about the steps that affiliate marketers have to go through to build up a list. All these systems that are out there that people are buying into. Build a website, build a funnel, build capture pages, make a list, when all you have to do is jump on LinkedIn. I mean, think about it. LinkedIn has 1,110,000,000 professional users every month. 10 million professionals are jumping on LinkedIn. And it's easy to pick out the people that you want to talk to. People are looking for new opportunities. People are looking for a new career. People are struggling financially, so they want to create a side hustle. People want to work remotely. People want to make more money, and people want to start a business. And all you need is a LinkedIn page, and you could be talking to 10 or 15 people every day. The secret to making consistent sales is to stop selling. Instead of pushing for the sale, ask your prospect questions, learn more about them, respond to their answers, and help your prospect talk more about their problems so you can show them that you have the solution to their problem. And this weekend, we introduced an expanded vision of a category of prospects that are easy for all of you to talk to. And that is unhappy network marketers. So if you're not having the results you want on Facebook and LinkedIn, the reasons are easy to identify and simple to fix. The content of your profile. Remember, social networking law number one: what you see is what you get. So many people have turned their profile into a commercial for their business. And even if you didn't, just mentioning the fact that you're in a business, network marketing business, if it's on your profile, remember this: you're not going to be the first person that's approaching people that are flat out broadcasting publicly. They need to make more money. They want to make more money. So other network marketers and other people in your company are pounding these people. You need to be different. Content of your profile. Your profile needs to be about you. It needs, frankly, to tell your story. Who are you? Why should you be the person that these people would want to talk to, would want to do business with? Second reason is you're not following the scripts. And this is everybody's big problem. I am handing you a recipe. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the scripts. Focus on the people you're talking to. Look at their answers. And based on how they answer you, you're going to know whether you want to keep talking to them or talk to somebody else. You're talking to the wrong people. Continuing to talk to somebody just because they have a need, just because they're looking for a job, just because they're out of work, doesn't mean they're who you're looking for. The more selective you are about who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. 4, you're talking about your business too soon. Huge problem. And finally, you're not qualifying your prospects. If it was going to cost you $500 every time you gave somebody a link to your website, you would be very selective about who you did it with, or you'd go broke. And you're going to be talking to perfect prospects and making sales every day. And every day I bring up examples of people that are doing it. People that are rising to the top of their company, or people who are making enough money, have a big enough business, for all the financial pressures that are hitting everybody in life go away. It's not magic. Matthew, after he learned to ask questions, Matthew was in law enforcement. He retired, and working with Matthew was a lot of fun. Great guy, but he kept bringing up his business too soon. I just couldn't get through to him. And then finally I said to him, I brought up the Miranda, what he used to have to say. You got to read the guy that you're going to arrest. You have to read them their Miranda rights. If you don't read them their Miranda rights before you arrest them, you can let them go. Every law enforcement officer reads that person their Miranda rights. You have to do the same thing. And 3 days after he got it, he sent me a message, signed up 5 people. 5 people in 3 days. It's science. 1 + 1 = 2. Just like Einstein's. E = mc². He proved it. It literally turned the world on its side. Well, 26 years ago, my 4 C's, create, connect, communicate, and close, equal TEI. 4 C's equal TEI, top income earner. There are 4 principles to focus on when you're attempting to build relationships with strangers that will lead to sales. Understanding these principles can improve your online networking success in amazing ways. And this is what we covered this weekend. I laid it out for everybody, not just create, connect, communicate, and close. We dove into what it takes to become a top earner in network marketing. 3 days. So 1, quality over quantity. The more selective you are about who you're talking to, the more successful you're going to be. 2, the more the merrier. Reach out to as many people as you can. Make those connections. It only takes 2 or 3 back and forth messages for you to know, out of all of those people, who is going to be a great candidate for your business. 3, engage and communicate. You can do it on a desktop, you can do it on a laptop, you can do it on your phone. The whole idea is communicate, message people, talk to people. That's what it's all about. And finally, share stories. But the sooner you recognize that there are people you don't want to talk to, people that you don't need to talk to, and move on to people that do, you are on your way to achieving outrageous success. You can go as far and as fast as you want to go. So it's really as simple as this. You create your profile on LinkedIn or Facebook. Now, if you already have a profile, you need to adjust it. And then you can literally reach back and reconnect with people that you're already connected to. This is a whole new approach that we started talking about in boot camp about maybe 4 months ago. See, you're all connected to people. Some of the people that you're connected with, you've been connected to them for years, but you've never talked to them. And at the end of the day, it's all about conversation. Who are you talking to? Who? The people that you're talking to, conceivably, can be great prospects for your business. All right, so that's what it's all about. It's all about conversation. Being able to pick out the right people. Now, I just got a note from my staff. And so we got somebody here that got into 10 years ago. Let me Derek, welcome back. You know, it's funny. You were in my December boot camp in 2020. It was 10 years ago. No, 14 years ago. Let me hold that thought. So you got all these people that you could talk to. And you create your profile. You put yourself out there as the person that your prospects would want to talk to. Talk to perfect prospects, casually qualify them by asking them questions, and close the people that need and want what you have. Your profile is to put you out there as the person your prospects would want to talk to. So LinkedIn and Facebook are like two bottomless bowls of candy. With over 1,110 million professionals on LinkedIn and over 3 billion people on Facebook to choose from, you can dig down as deep in that bowl as you want and selectively pull out the candy of your choice. And in that bowl are network marketers, and 95% of them are orphans. They're in a company. The person that got them in the company is no longer in the company. They got nobody to work with. They got nobody to help. And as much as they like their products, they're not part of a team. Follow the scripts. So it's easy to connect with perfect prospects for your business. The green M&Ms represent business builders, people that want to make extra full-time income from home. Those blue M&Ms are active network marketers that are open to looking at your business because they're orphans and they got no one to work with. And another great group are unhappy network marketing leaders that are seriously looking for another company because things have changed. 3 weeks ago, Rodan and Fields changed throughout their comp plan and adopted an affiliate marketing program. All the leaders lost their business. So here's what happens. Simple things that you can do that will generate conversations with people. And as we talked about this weekend, when you bring somebody into the business, if you want to become a top earner, you have to nurture those people. You have to train them. You have to develop the attitude that you are a servant leader. And this weekend, we spent a lot of time. Will Zanders, I started working with Will in November of 2022, 2 years ago. And when we started working together, he was number 5 earner in his company, big on Facebook. He had over 4,500 connections, over 6,000 followers. So our first session, we opened up his settings, we made him visible, changed his picture, and made 2 or 3 posts. And he sends me this. Quick testimonial. I implemented the strategies from our coaching call within 72 hours. I was the #1 recruiter globally. Now, there's always a story behind every success story. And the truth is, he had 4,500 people that he was connected to. And at the same time, he could literally reach out and use one of the strategies I gave him to people that he knew were potential candidates for his business. But now he knew a new way. 72 hours, he was the #1 recruiter. Then he calls in with an example of what somebody can do that has no network marketing experience, but is connected to a lot of people.
I do have a great quick testimony. Just sponsored a new individual. I've actually got a member of my team on here who's one of our newest 6-figure earners, Melissa Brower. So I wanted to give her a shout out. She just hit 100K in this company. She's already done it before, but this is the most fun we've had. And a young lady I just sponsored who has 0 network marketing experience. I taught her just a few of the techniques that you taught me. And she's already like #7 in recruiting in our company right now. I just saw her name on the leaderboard tonight. So I was like, wow, I got to tell Max. So it's really cool. I just wanted to tell you, man, everything you're teaching, it works in real life. And we all appreciate you so much.
Think about it. Somebody brand new looking for a side hustle. But she had over 3,700 Facebook connections. In her own right, she was a social network influencer. She made a couple of those changes within a week. #7 recruiter in the company. How do you think she feels? Then Will sends me this. It's exactly like you said it would be. Since last week, I made 2 posts that generated dozens of easy conversations by following your scripts and word for word. And I've generated a dozen sales. 2 posts, a dozen sales. And your activity is going to be noticed by all of your friends, by all of the people that you're communicating with, by some of your team members that maybe aren't doing anything. He went on to say this. My activity made my entire organization curious about what I'm doing, has resurrected a few of my dormant distributors that want to get back in the business. And I also made 3 appointments with people that want to get into my business. Where have you been all my life? Now, 6 months after we started working together, he went from #5 to #2. This year, he became #1. And it's a very, very simple process. Now, let me pop over here All right, and let me come over here to LinkedIn. So there are some simple things that you can do. And let me pull up Derek. Now, it's kind of interesting that you were in my boot camp December. Let me unmute Derek. So 14 years later, welcome back. Now, what's fascinating is in December of 2010, okay, so Derek doesn't have a mic. December of 2010, that same boot camp, I had a student, and we're going to talk about Pat Zeman. Now, Pat had paid an internet guru, $5,000. In fact, let me bring up Pat's page too. All right. Now, Pat paid someone $5,000. He was starting a business. And this internet expert told him, here's what you need. You want to sell something on the internet, you need a website. You need traffic to drive people to the website. So we need to market, we need to advertise. When they go to your website, you have to give them something for free so that you can grab their email address. And then when you have 5,000 email addresses, you can start marketing to them. Well, Pat jumped into the same boot camp, Derek, that you were in. Back then, LinkedIn had 90 million professionals. He wanted to start a company. And let's come down. Let's hop down here. He wanted to start a company. Actually, he had a company called Megawave. And he wanted to build it, wanted to take it to its next level. So in December of 2010, working with me, I showed him how, in 1 month, how he could connect with people that were horse owners, because that was his target audience. And he connected in December with 2 people that had huge lists. We did a search up here for people that had horses. $394,000, but maybe it was half that number back then. Or equestrian. This was his target audience, 67,000. So out of this list, he connected with 1 person, actually 2 people, that were so thrilled with what he was doing that they promoted to their lists what he was doing. And before the end of the month, he sent me a text, said, Max, my wife kind of poo-pooed the whole concept of working with you, but she's happily eating her words. So Kanaway became a multi-million-dollar company. About 7 years ago, he comes back and he starts another business. He bought a CBD company and he wanted to sell his CBD products to his Kanaway people. But he wanted to do it gently. He wanted to do it discreetly. And as a result, he did so much business in 4 months. He sold that company for a couple of $1 million. Now, what I didn't realize, because I'm working with Pat again, is we go over here to Facebook. Pat had been following me for years. He'd actually been taking some of the motivational messages that we publish every day and started doing his own. In fact, his own posts, personal development. In fact, if we go back over to LinkedIn, okay? You come over here and look at his posts. Two weeks ago, we made a change on his profile. Look at all the people that reacted and responded. 23. So posting things enabled him. I mean, he's kicking it up. And now he's got a new goal and we're working together again. So let's take a look. Now it's been 10 years. So I guess the question, since you don't have a mic, is certainly welcome back. The last time you were on LinkedIn with me, again, they had 90 million people. Today, they have 1 billion. Okay? So what I strongly suggest you do, let me put this in go to www. / retreat combo. All right. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to get you in my current boot camp. All right. Third session's tomorrow. And use the promo code. Big deal. It'll get you in boot camp. You'll be able to watch the recorded sessions of the retreat. Drop the price to $98. Right now, all of you are heading down the same road, and it doesn't matter what you're selling. We brought up all kinds of examples of people who had broken records in their business. I want to talk about two. One is Dan. Now, when I started working with Dan, everybody's got a story. Dan owned a cleaning franchise. And he was recruited into Melaleuca, and it doesn't matter what the company is, okay? Because it works for everybody, it works for every kind of company. He was recruited by Jason Fisher, who was a young man, rose to the top. He was a dynamo. He signed Dan up directly, but Jason was teaching what most leaders in Melaleuca teach, what most leaders in network marketing teach. Make a list of your friends. We're going to sell to our friends. We're going to turn all of our friends into customers. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to make money off of his friends. So he jumped into boot camp, got it. And he jumped into coaching because he wanted to go faster. So in 3 sessions, he had it. I mean, he's picking great people. Initially, we had his site on getting to director, and then director 2, and we're going to go to senior director. And then Jason dies. Everybody in the company was shocked. So he comes back to me and says, listen, Max, I can't I can't get enthusiastic about the company. I got nobody to work with. Nobody. So he says, can you help me get customers for my cleaning business? So we talked about it. And what was interesting about his cleaning business was they use drones to clean things. So I showed him how to find people, but I said, why just houses? You know, if you're using a drone, you could clean an apartment building. You could clean anything. So we put him in that direction. And, well, I'll let you hear it from him. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Look, I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you know, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, you know, now they kind of brought you and made you partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it has blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, if I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
But let me explain the process. It's all about conversation. He meets somebody that worked for Verizon. He was an engineer. They both shared some common interests. You're talking to somebody, you ask them what they do, tell you, come back, ask what you do. When he told them, we clean structures with drones. Have you ever cleaned a cell tower? No. We could. So that engineer that he met told his supervisor, who told his boss, who shared what Dan did, connected Dan to the powers that be to put it together. By the same token, Dan connected with someone that had a Pizza Hut. Cleaned the Pizza Hut. The person went to his franchisor, because Pizza Hut was a franchise, hooks him up with the franchisor that this person bought the franchise from. He had 500 Pizza Huts. The people that he bought the franchise from were so impressed. They wanted to know what he was doing. I says, Pat, what you have is gold. All right. So frankly, don't tell them. Negotiate. So they brought him in, they made him a partner. Made him a partner. And the truth is that, I said, Pat, when you do it based on performance. Make it get more as you perform. So basically, that's what happened. He called in maybe 4 months later, share this with all of you. I'm not sharing this with you to impress you, because you all can learn something from this one.
The biggest thing was learning how to communicate with people online, people I didn't know, and being able to make contacts and turn those contacts into something that I could utilize, and doing it the right way, instead of, a lot of people just send out a message when they first get on there. But what I learned from you was to build that relationship, and that relationship, whether you're network marketing or building a regular business like I am now, is crucial. And what I do is I own an exterior cleaning company. And, when I set that up, I was pretty much just the first franchise other. And I'm now a partner of the corporation. So I actually need to change that, as I'm now a partner with this company, of the other two people that are involved. And what we've done is we've taken an exterior cleaning company and we took it to the next level by, first, due to an injury that I had, I fell 20 feet. I broke both of my feet and had to have surgery to have my feet put back together. And now, blessed as I am, because I walk well and no one would know it if I did not tell them that I had broken both of my feet March of last year. And after that, we were looking for a new way to do things. So when cleaning taller buildings, we now found drone technology, and we clean buildings with drones. So in what we do, cleaning these buildings with drones, it opened us up to clean taller buildings, and other things, other tall structures. And so I started looking around and talking to people and just using the same techniques that you taught as taught me as one of your students. I started reaching out to different people that were hotel chains, and things like that. And then came across somebody with Verizon that worked with Verizon, an engineer with Verizon, and just started a little conversation. And I mentioned what we do and ended up mentioning what we do. And we started this conversation. And we now will be cleaning towers for Verizon for the next 3 years. We've closed a 3-year, $20 million contract with Verizon Wireless. I mean, we went from being a $50,000, $100,000 a year income type business to myself, $2.2 million next year. That will be, that's just my portion of my area what I'll be cleaning. But we've gone even further than that. Now we're growing at such a rate that we're scaling our business that, we've started a franchise opportunity with, as I was originally, like I said, one of the first franchisees, but we've actually gone to a full all blown out franchise, $20,000 to lawyers just to set up the franchise. We've sold 2 franchises already. We're growing, and it's all because of, not just only because of that, because my partners were involved as well, but I brought the big deals to the table, and I brought those deals learning your techniques and utilizing them. I literally met the Verizon people on LinkedIn. I've contacted them on LinkedIn, and that's how we began this venture. This part of this company. We went from, like I said, cleaning houses and 1-story buildings to now cleaning Verizon towers, hotels, and now even municipal water towers. I've closed 2 deals to clean some municipal water towers, and got 6 towers to clean. And all of that came from contacts made through LinkedIn. We're multi-million-dollar company, through the techniques that I learned from Max. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. As a matter of fact, I was trying to build network marketing business. I never had really had any great success with network marketing until I started working with you, and I was working and like I said, it was kind of hard for me to move forward because my sponsor, who I'd become pretty close with, Jason Fisher, passed away. And when Jason died, it kind of took my air out of me, took my breath out. And I was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't carry on at that time. So I just was focusing on what I did day to day, my daily business. And then after a while, I said, you know what, let me see if I can make a few contacts on LinkedIn for my business. And then it just started blowing up because I just never got the air, to go back to my network marketing business. Not that I now know that if I needed to build that business, if I even had the time to focus on it, I could build an explosive network marketing company because of these techniques that I feel like maybe I haven't mastered, but I've gotten pretty good at. We're both still kind of in that. Right now we're in that, okay, this all looks great and sounds great, but it's kind of like one of those things where as it's coming to fruition, it's like you almost think, God, it sounds too good to be true. But it is. And thank you again. And every now and then, I just had an opportunity. Today it's raining outside, and I had some guys that were going to go out and clean, and our whole day kind of got shut down because of the pouring rain here. So I was like, you know what? I saw, that you were on, and I said, let me listen in with Max today a little bit. So, but all I can say is to the people that are listening, you just have to listen to Max's techniques, apply them. And even when you think you're doing it wrong, realize that LinkedIn is so huge and your contact list is now so huge that you can afford to do it wrong until you get it right. But if you don't apply it, if you don't do it, you won't ever get it. It will never come to pass. You just have to be willing to say, okay, there's an old saying that I've heard in network marketing, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So, you you're probably not gonna lose them if you just, all right, you might have a few sentences you put in wrong, and when you're trying to make contact, you might take a wrong approach. But most of the time, those can be fixed. And just stick with Max, get on those coaching calls, and get on here on these. This is where you'll learn the most.
Now, you're all heading down the same road, right? In boot camp, we've had the first session, which is create your page. Second session is connect with people. Tomorrow is all about communication. And then on Friday, it's closing sales. What you're going to learn in the retreat, you're going to learn 10 secrets that network marketing leaders know but never share. How to connect with whales. And the big aha moment for everybody here was, instead of trying to reach out directly to the top earners, you can connect with an unhappy networker, an orphan, who, when they come into your business, they know who the whales are. They're not connected. We shared a story of one of my students who 22 years ago was building a prepaid legal business, got his income up to $3,000 a month, comes back into network marketing 4 years ago, started going after whales. Today, he's got 500,000 people in his business by recruiting 50 whales. He's currently working with 30. So people come into your business and then they leave. The 4-way, actually, we increase this from 4 ways to 6 ways. The 6 ways that people make money online, and how, as a network marketer, you could sell to all of them. We also address affiliate marketing. We talk about setting goals and surpassing them. We talk about how to develop a $1 million mindset on your way to becoming a $1 million top earner yourself. The secrets to closing more sales. Live texting tactics that produce outrageous results. We touched on the 90-day game plan. And then, how to win over people that are more successful than you. How to separate the real deal from the scam. How to manage and stimulate your business. The importance of systems and duplication. And then we laid out a plan for all the participants to achieve their goals, establish a 90-day game plan for October, November, and December. Now, every one of you that participated, you're all heading down the same road. You're going to run into people that were in network marketing before. You're going to run into people that are in network marketing now that are not having any success, or were having success, but they're orphans. Tomorrow in boot camp, we're going to be talking about how to communicate with people. And the purpose of communicating is to do what? Learn enough about them to know whether or not they're a candidate for your business. Continue to talk to those people. I'm going to be back at 4 o'clock, but tonight at 9 o'clock, at the end of July, beginning of August, I introduced Max GPT. And so you're going to want to go, if you haven't registered for it yet, www.maxgpt.com. Now, Derek, as an affiliate marketer, you're going to love this. It's a 7-day free trial. And tonight at 9 o'clock, maxsteingart.com/free leads. No, wait a minute. Free training. vasayo.com/free training. We're going to show you how you can use Max GPT, not only to build your business, but to make extra income. So until next time, best of luck in building your business and God bless. For those of you that are in boot camp, our goal, of course, is to help you enroll 5 people before the end of the month. We'll see you later, or we'll